Cool.
Whoa!
Guys. Hi.
Oh,
Hi.
How are you guys today?
Yeah, we're doing well. It's a nice day here in Adelaide. So
it's quite warm. How are you?
Good. I'm enjoying the colder weather. I'm originally from Darwin, but I'm in Sydney at the moment, so I'm enjoying the colder weather.
oh yeah, I bet. Yeah, I had some friends in Darwin last week, and they said it was humid as hell.
Yes, it's like summer every day there.
Oh damn.
Looks like you guys are on a road trip.
Well,
Oh yes, no, not at all.
no, we've had a busy day and we've just been to IKEA for lunch and didn't have time to make it to anywhere else to set up shop and do this, so we're in the car.
Yeah, fair enough. I can imagine how busy your schedules would be.
Yeah, we
it's
were on
massive,
the
massive week.
yeah. It's just with the song out tomorrow and yeah, the launch on Friday. We've just been like doing all the bits and bobs beforehand today. So yeah, caught us just after lunch break.
Yes. Cool. So half the band here. So we might just start with introducing who you guys are and what your role is in the band.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'll go first. My name's Alex. I use they, he pronouns, and I'm the bassist of Stormy-Lou.
Yeah. I'm Mik. I do lead vocals and rhythm guitar. My pronouns are she, they. Yeah, we are half of the storm. We're just trying to joking to ourselves, being like, "What half are we? Are we Stormy or are we Lou?" We couldn't work out which one though.
Yeah, fair enough. Well, I'm really excited for you guys because tomorrow your new single gets released. How are you guys feeling
Yeah.
the day before?
I think I'm feeling somewhat calm, but then somewhat excited. I mean, it's our fourth single, so it's kind of like we've been through similar emotions before a few times now, and I think we're kind of a bit better at dealing with the anticipation a little bit, and I think we'll definitely still be up at 11:30 tonight watching it drop in every country. And I think the excitement more this time around is coming from, I think this being probably our favorite song to date, with it being like the production is so much like higher level, and there's a lot more sort of theme, like there's a lot of more themes going on in this song that we maybe haven't explored before.
Yeah, definitely.
So it's a very exciting song to us.
Yeah.
For sure.
And I've had to listen to it a few times now, and it sounds exciting. And I saw that you guys did some like sneak peeks, and it sounds like everybody else is also very excited for this release too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we've had a lot of little buzz around the song, like with the TikTok that we posted. Yeah.
That was so silly. Also in the car.
Yeah, in the car
yeah,
as well.
we just live in the car.
Yeah.
And I know you've got the single launch coming up on Friday, but do you have any big celebrations for tomorrow?
Oh, I think we are doing something tomorrow night, but it's like kind of it's still up in the air what we're doing. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, we are tomorrow night. I don't know. Maybe you didn't see that. Anyway, I don't know. Yeah, Friday's the main celebration. I think yeah, that's like the big thing that we're doing for this release, and we're also sort of teeing up a little trip to Melbourne later in the year, so we'll be getting excited for that as well.
Yeah, I feel like we haven't done like a release like this close to the song, like a single launch like this close to the song coming out. Like with Eggshells, we did. Well, I think we did because we had two shows, and one of them was just before the song came out, and then the other one was like a bit of time had passed. But yeah, it's kind of nice being able to get to do the big celebratory thing like straight after.
Yeah, the next day.
Yeah, sounds fun. And what's in store for the single launch? What can people expect if they go?
We've had loads of ideas for this launch. One of them we put up a post I think last week. We wanted to address a few of the issues in South Australia that we have with ticketing online and pre-sale for tickets in shows and essays is pretty tough at the moment, and so to kind of encourage people to pre-save tickets, we kind of did a competition where everyone put through a challenge that we could do um, at the launch, and so the top comment will be doing a challenge. So I think it's either going to be a cinnamon challenge on stage, or something, I don't know, something stupid. And so that's one thing we'll be doing.
Also our excellent supports that we've got. That's a big exciting one. We've got Oscar the Wild from here. They are absolute superstars. And our friend Nick, I don't know how to say his last name.
Keo, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, he's coming over from Melbourne. So very exciting. First time we've had like a interstate support for a show. So that's really cool.
Yeah.
Big exciting stuff. And yeah.
So yeah, 2 wicked supports. We've got a new song that we wrote last week, so we're going to try that out at the show as well. And then we've got like a new cover as well. So we've got lots planned. So I mean, it's gonna be classic Stormy, a lot of energy and a lot of silliness, and a bit of fun for sure.
Always.
It sounds like an incredible show. I'm bummed to be in Sydney and missing it at the moment.
That's right. We'll come over next year, hopefully.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Sounds good. And one of my favorite things about this release is that it's about celebrating the imperfections. And I love that you've gone with like the incorrect spelling of the name too. So tell me more about what you hope people will take away.
Well, basically when I kind of wrote the bones of the song, I just was singing it as impulsitivity, and I'm like, yeah, that's a word. I was so convinced, I was so confident, and I brought it to the others, and they were like, I don't think that's a word, but maybe it is. And then we rolled with it for a bit, and then I was not long after proved wrong, but just like, oh, it sounds better. Like impulsivity just doesn't roll off the tongue as well, and we're like, oh well, that's fun. And then it's just a silly little story, and it definitely ties in with what the actual song is about, and being neurodivergent, and doing things different ways and still showing that it works, I suppose.
Yeah, I remember when Mick, like when we worked it out that it was the wrong spelling, we sang it with the correct spelling, and because like the syllable difference, it just did not work as well. And we ended up deciding, like with this song, we wanted to do a big sort of like this big theme of like being impulsive and like ADHD and neurodivergence. And so we thought, what better way to kind of celebrate like mistakes and impurity than like just rolling with this like silly spelling mistake. And then that's kind of led to the whole sort of like campaign or story of this song surrounding that idea. And we've got a music video that will be coming out like a week after the song drops, that's all about us trying to kind of get our spelling into the dictionary and playing around with that idea as well.
Yeah, we won't say too much about it, but it'll be a fun little surprise, I think. It was a lot of fun.
And look, maybe we might.
It just goes to show. There you go. Sorry.
Maybe we might see it in the dictionary, because every word we know today was once a made-up word, right?
That's right.
So true.
So yeah, we wrote a definition. It's on the single art for the song. So there's a definition there as well. So maybe one day it'll be there.
Yes, we can make it a thing.
Please do.
Yeah, that's using that instead of impulsivity. Impulsivity out. Impulsivity in.
That's what I'm saying.
I think that's what makes this song so great, because it's going to be a song that everyone can relate to. Everyone's going to vibe with it and get down to it.
Yeah, I think that's what we really wanted to do, was like create like a classic sort of Australian alternative rock sound with like the energy and like the anthem feel, but then still like trying to make some representation for like our community and
absolutely,
and something that people with ADHD can relate to.
Because I feel like there's definitely a lack of that. Like, it's good to still be able to make the music that people want to listen to, but then actually still have like those really quite at times gut-wrenching lyrics, and having such a big strong story behind it as well.
Yeah, and I guess that ties into what your band is all about as well, creating that safe place for people that are neurodivergent but also queer. And I'd love to hear some ways that you guys do that, and how people can come to your shows and feel welcome and safe.
Yeah, I mean, I think the main thing we do is just to try and spread like positivity and make it clear that we are a safe space, and we are a band that first and foremost cares about representation for ourselves and community as well. And
yeah.
I think we always encourage safe dance pits and just by having songs and faces that represent the community, I think is really important. And so we just like to try and do that and rock up to shows as well from other bands that are female fronted and queer fronted, and yeah, it's really it's always been very important to us as a band, and forever will be.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And it's amazing that you guys are rocking up to other bands as well and showing your support for other people in the community.
Of course.
Oh yeah, I mean, we're musicians because we love music, so that's always going to be the same, and it's why we've got Oscar the Wilde and Nick here on our bill, because we wanted queer people on our lineup, and that's how we've always been as well.
Yeah, like Oscar the Wilde are actually like a really big part for me, like starting out like music wise, but also in my queer journey as well. Like I think seeing them when I was probably like 18 or 19, and like that was the first time I'd ever heard like any queer representation in music and actually taken it in. And I was like, oh wait, that can be a thing. So being able to be friends with them is one, just massive, but yeah, like being able to play music with them and have them on our team as much as we're on theirs is really cool.
Of course, and it's incredible to see that representation coming out more in music as well, because I'm noticing it more, especially like this year.
It's noticeable, and it's fantastic. I mean, even just not in Adelaide, like bands like Platonic Sex, are a huge inspiration for us, and an incredible band that empower us as well and drive us as musicians.
Yes, and Platonic Sex are an incredible band as well. Big fan of them.
Oh yeah,
I'm still hanging to see them live. I remember when they were supporting Hope D a few years ago, the same week that Slide Withers were here, and we all got COVID at the same time, and I had tickets to both shows, and I was so bummed that I missed it. And I'm pretty sure we had a show on the same night that they were here last. And
it just keeps never adding up, but we're hoping to catch them soon for sure.
Yeah.
And I think that representation is another reason why I was excited to see that you guys were nominated for a 2023 South Australian Music Award, because not only you guys great music, but you guys stand for a good cause as a band. Obviously we voted for you, but we want to encourage other people too as well. So why should people vote for you?
Oh, we always feel weird asking people to vote for us, because I think I don't know. I think that the main thing, if you want to vote, why vote for us? I mean, come to our show and check us out. We're an awesome live act. That's what we've always prided ourselves on. So I think what's better than live music? We and having this this safe space as well. We just love having people at our shows and putting on a good show for them. So I think that's one of the reasons why people should vote for us.
I guess if you have the same views as us, and you want the same things, and you want to see more of that in the scene and progressing and whatever, then I think give us a chance.
There's lots of wicked bands up for the awards, and they all there's plenty of still representation outside of us as well. Absolutely. So Oscar the Wilde are in the same category, so I voted for them. And look, just vote for someone that you care about, and if you like their music, you like their music, and especially as well if they stand for something good. I think that's important to take into consideration as well.
Definitely, and there is some incredible artists on that voting category as well.
And so many of them are our best mates. That's so beautiful about Adelaide. It's a very close knit community here, and we all just love each other lots, and we're just besties. So it's hard. I haven't voted yet. I don't know who I'm going to vote for.
Yeah, it was tricky for me.
Yeah, there's definitely some ones in that one. And for anyone coming across your music for the first time, can you share a bit more about how you guys met and came together to be Stormy-Lou?
Yeah, for sure. It's actually been the Stormy-Lou today is very different from the Stormy-Lou in its beginnings. We the very, very start of Stormy-Lou started with our lead guitarist Lockie, and he started jamming with someone who used to be in our lives, and sort of slowly brought me in, and then I brought our old drummer Jaya in, who unfortunately isn't in the band anymore. And then eventually, a few months later, we got Mik in, and it was just like a slow progress until we had Stormy-Lou that was around last year with myself, Mik, Lockie, and Jaya. And then Jaya had to unfortunately leave the band started this year, end of last year, just busy life. And we were in this period where we were 3 people trying to make a 4-person band, and it was good. And that's when we wrote this song. Actually, this song was done in that gap where we didn't have recorded during the time where we didn't have a drummer, and so the drums are actually tracked by and performed by our long term friend Ben Wartho, who's from the Tullamarines. And yeah, so Harry came along not long after that, and it was just like a perfect jigsaw piece. We've known Harry for like a few years just from being around the scene and enjoying their music that they do in their other band Stripes. And yeah, when we asked them, it was like pretty much like an instant fit, and it was really perfect.
Yeah.
And now the 4 of us, we're just in this like great mode where we're just like writing songs and performing, and it's great vibes.
Yeah. Wait, but in saying that, also Nesbit, Lockie, Alex, and I also went to the same high school together, but we didn't really talk then.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Miko was a bit too cool for us.
I definitely wasn't. They say that all the time, but that's not the case. It was crazy to.
Yeah, I think we maybe spoke a handful of words to each other in high school, and now we spend many hours of the week together. It's pretty crazy how that happens sometimes.
Yeah. Insane.
Yeah, I love how that all came about. It is very funny that you guys didn't talk much in high school, and now here you are putting out incredible music, spending like pretty much all your time together.
Yeah, it's wild. Yeah. And like to think, because especially with making music, it can get so vulnerable. So like we really know the deepest part of each other's sort of like lives and hearts. And to think that, before we were doing this, like I remember one interaction with Mik at an art showcase where I was doing drama and Mik you were singing or playing guitar or something.
I was singing, yeah.
And we were in the backstage in the green room, and we were all in the same year, so we ended up doing a circle, and we did a Soldier Boy dance. I think it was like "Crank That" by Soldier Boy, and so we were all doing that backstage. And I remember looking at Mik and being like, "I've never smoked this person ever, and now I'm doing a Soldier Boy dance." And now look at us,
yeah,
it's pretty wild.
Pretty cool.
And now here you are. So look at how the world works. It's incredible.
I know. Yeah.
Crazy.
But I think it's so. Sorry, you go.
No, there you go.
But I think it shows how close and vulnerable you guys are. Because from an outsider looking in, your band comes across as like a fun bunch of people to hang out with, people who are very close. Yeah, I think that all shows through.
Oh, that's good. That's good to hear.
That's awesome.
And yeah, we do have fun, and we are very close.
It's cool to hear that as well, like because like we get that a fair bit from like our live performance. Like you can like really see like our energy like on stage and how we all connect with each other. But it's cool to like hear that from someone who hasn't necessarily seen us live, or it's just an observation. So
yeah, that's really nice. Thank you.
Yeah.
So you've got your single launch this Friday, but I'm excited to hear more from you guys. So do you guys have like any more shows or music coming out? Or how can people continue to support you?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we're planning on having a bit of a slower end to the year and doing some writing. We've got some stuff planned for next year that we probably won't go into because it's not concrete yet. But as for the rest of the year, like we said, we'll be in NARM Melbourne early December. That show's not announced, but you can come check out on the Instagram and stay tuned for that one. We're also currently trying to get some votes to play SA mini festival put on by the Note magazine called Note Stock, the Beefs and Betty Rays are playing. So we're currently in a competition that's all about voting to get a spot on that lineup. So maybe we'll be there as well. Hopefully, fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed.
But yeah, as for that, I mean, we'll be active on social media through whatever we do, on Instagram and TikTok, and then just expect a big 2024. We've got lots of exciting things planned for sure.
Yeah, for sure. We need to also put merch up and everything, because that's another way to support artists as well. Like we've got a lot of merch, and we're working on an online store to try and let some people interstate get a bit of a Stormy-Lou representation in their lives.
So, yes, I have to buy some merch, Darwin.
Yeah, nice.
Cool. Well, thank you. Was there anything else you want to share about like your band or the single that you felt like you haven't covered today?
Honestly, no. I think that was a wicked interview.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Talked about a lot. I mean, we'll have lots of things coming up. So, I mean, we don't want to talk about it too much because, a little bit at a time, baby steps and stuff is always important in the music scene. But thank you very much for having us. I've really enjoyed it.
Yeah, it's been lots of fun.
Anytime. It was fun. You guys are so cool, and it was such a pleasure.
No, we're not that cool.
We're really not.
We're just a couple of nerds trying to make music. I don't know.
And that's what makes people relate to you, because all the nerds have something to listen to now too.
So true. We have bands like Ballpark Music to thank for all of that.
Yeah.
For paving the way. I mean, there's heaps of people before that as well. But yeah.
Cool. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks so much.
Thanks heaps.
No worries at all. I hope to catch you in Darwin sometime, or even when I'm in Sydney.
Yeah, we'll aim for it. All
right. Thanks so much, guys. See ya.
Nice to meet you. Have a good day.
Bye.